Yes, yes, yes. Mr. Raphael Dawkins with a Combat Radio. And today we look at Anthony Joshua's words regarding Deontay Wilder. He had some very, very interesting things to say during this interview with Chris Mannix. So without much further ado, let's get into it.
Fury versus Wilder. I mean, a fight that you clearly have a vested interest in the outcome. What was your reaction to seeing Tyson Fury stop Deontay Wilder like that?
Look, I could say a lot of things, but I'm only going to speak facts on the situation. You know, Wilder's had, I think, 10 title defenses with that WBC belt. So I look across the 10 title defenses that he's had.
Yeah.
So he's fought Brazil Door first. He fought Domain Stavern twice. He's fought Ortiz twice. He's fought Fury twice, and I think he fought Chris Arreola or Molina.
Arreola, because Arreola beat Seth Mitchell that time, yeah.
So Arreola. So within those 10, right, I looked at it and I said, okay, cool. We have Tyson Fury twice, Ortiz twice. And they're the top tier fighters in his 10 defenses. And all of those, 4 challenges that he's had, which are top tier fighters, he struggled with. So I thought, yeah, of course, Fury's going to come back. He come back off a long layoff, and I thought he would come back again and get it right. I know what it means to come so close and have it stripped away. So I just thought Tyson Fury would do exactly what he would do. Tactically wise, I could break that down, but in terms of how he went about it, I just believe that when Deontay Wilder gets to top tier level, it's going to be difficult for him to stay there due to the fact that he had so long bubbling around mediocre fights.
What did you think?
Boom, boom, boom. Anthony Joshua says that because he'd been fighting so many mediocre fighters, talking about Deontay Wilder, because Deontay Wilder had been fighting so many mediocre fighters for so long, he knew Deontay was going to have trouble on the top of the hill once he started fighting guys who were on the top of the hill. And so it came to pass. So it came to be. Okay, let's look at this deeper. So Deontay Wilder went in against Luis Ortiz last time and didn't do very, very well at all. Could barely land on Ortiz. People say he barely threw anything at Ortiz, and that's true. So it was a very, very lackluster performance. Very poor performance. Yeah, he got Ortiz out there. What was it, in the 7th round? In the 7th round with one punch. Pretty much one punch, yeah. Ortiz got up, but he clearly didn't seem fit to continue. But let's not get it twisted. Deontay Wilder in that fight against Ortiz too, he didn't do well. Didn't do well at all. You can't fight that. You can't fight that low output fight against guys at the very top. You can get away with it with a 50-year-old Ortiz. I think he's 51 years old this year. His birth certificate says otherwise, but we know about those Cuban fighters and their certification when it comes to age. It's very, very random what they come up with. So, Deontay Wilder beat a 51-year-old Luis Ortiz. And took him 7 rounds, 7 low output rounds. But Ortiz didn't pressure him. Ortiz didn't put him on the back foot like we see here. Allowed Deontay Wilder to just circle around him. The low output fight suited the old man Ortiz. We're at the top level. You can't get away with that. You can't get away with that low output if you're facing someone who knows what they're doing, who knows to put Deontay Wilder on his back foot. Deontay Wilder can't fight on his back foot, can't throw the right hand when you're up in on his chest, fighting from the outside and then come on the inside. That's what we're talking about here. Okay. So once we saw Deontay Wilder on his back foot, he was all at sea. He was at 6s and 7s, out of sorts. Looked like he didn't belong in there. Looked like he didn't know what to do in there. And that was his undoing, because he hadn't been fighting top level guys, top echelon guys all this time throughout his heavyweight WBC title reign. So when he steps up, you saw exactly what happened. And it didn't look good. Pressure him, put him on the back foot, fight on the outside and then on the inside. No mid-range, outside and then the inside. Tyson Fury executed the game plan. Let's hear some more from Anthony Joshua.
Of the tactics, though, I mean, we've never seen a fighter take the fight to Deontay Wilder like that, kind of bully the bully.
So with Deontay Wilder, he's a long-range fighter, so he normally puts people on their back foot and really like leverages off that right hand, comes flying in. So what Tyson Fury seemed to have done is, sat on his back foot and edge forward ever so slightly to put Deontay Wilder on his back foot, where I think that Deontay Wilder struggled on his back foot to a certain degree, which we've seen across different fights. So I think Tyson Fury analysed the previous fight, realised that if you take away his half-decent jab and his good right hand, he was slipping the right hand, so it was shooting over. He had more of a chance in beating Deontay Wilder. So his tactics were spot on. Not only did he have the tactics, to carry them out is another thing, and he managed to do it. And after all the hard work, it paid off. So, we have 2 current heavyweight champions in Great Britain right now. So Wilder will be good if he steps aside. Pulev will be good if he steps aside. And we got this fight on because it's one that the world is screaming for.
Would you have thought Deontay Wilder like that if that DAZN deal had come together last year? Would that have been a tactic you would have employed?
It's easy for me to be like, yeah, that's it. I would have fought him exactly that time. I'm gonna be real. Of course, that's the way to take it. So when you look in a warrior's tool bag, okay, and I look in Deontay Wilder's tool bag of weapons, he has a right hand. So I say, how do we take that away from him? It's hard for a fighter to throw a powerful right hand moving backward. So we need to put him on his back foot and be dominant in that thing. How do we take away the right hand when he's on his front foot? I need you to practice slipping it, making it shoot over your head, defending it with the lead hand. So these are tactics I would have done. And I thought, once I take that main weapon away, there'll be a problem. I've never really seen him hurt anyone with an uppercut. I've never really seen him hurt anyone with a right hand to the body or with a left hook. So when I looked in the arsenal bag, I think that's the way: pressure and take away his main weapon, which is his right hand, and then you're 75% of the way to victory.
So the blueprint has been laid. Put Wilder on his back foot, all the way on the outside, and then all the way on the inside, on the attack. Push him back. Slip the right while you're pushing him back. Can he even throw the right when he's going backwards? Very, very difficult task for Deontay Wilder. He's shown he has trouble. He has trouble getting his shots off when he's on the back foot. And that was Anthony Joshua's dismantling of Deontay Wilder. He stayed in the shallow end for far too long, and as a consequence, can't cope at the top level. Those are Anthony Joshua's sentiments. Have your say. That's the Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. It's the like, it's the subscribe, it's the comments, it's the shares, and it is the hitting the bell icon to stay updated with news and notifications. And don't forget about the live show, Mondays and Wednesdays, Boxing Talk with Rafi. And on Fridays, we take a look at a classic fight and we dissect it and we debate. And sometimes it can get rather fraught. We do it for the entertainment of boxing fans. And don't forget, this Wednesday, April the 22nd, it's Rick Glazer coming back to join us for a live Q&A. So that's right, Rick Glazer, boxing insider, inside information guy, provides guys for fights, for sparring with us this Wednesday. Live Q&A, Boxing Talk with Rafi. It's the Anthony Joshua, and it's the Tyson Fury, and it's the dismantling of Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder. It's Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. And I'm out.